For those who were wondering, I'm not dead. I said it a few weeks ago. I'm not dead. But with the international break being boring as hell and me taking no interest in it, I decided to take a little wee break from YouTube. And to be honest with you, I was just waiting for the moment for Premier League football to get back. And it is back this weekend. And West Ham's got City at home. I took absolutely no interest in the international break at all. I didn't even watch any of the games because, one, been a bit lazy, and secondly, I didn't have a streamer on my laptop, which is actually the most important reason to watch the games. So in that time, I've just spent a lot of time basically working, filmed the van vlogs and uploaded it to my channel. You can check that one out. Been tidying up around the house and just keeping my mind occupied with other things. But now that the Premier League is finally back, and just thinking about it, we have got another international break in October, for fuck's sake. But until then, Premier League is back at least. And I'm here to do my preview for the home game against Manchester City. Now, we're already looking like top 4 contenders. I know it's only 4 games into the season, but we're already looking top 4 contenders because of where we are in the league at the time of recording. And City's obviously going to be fighting for the title come May. They may even have won it by then. Who knows? This whole Westchester, Manham United, whatever it's called kind of thing, where it shows that we come together, ching ching, chiggity chingy bob. That video that shows all the West Ham, and Man City, it goes as far as cohabitation kind of thing, shows this bond that the two clubs have with each other. I wish it would stop now, all this Westchester City. I love you City fans out there, yeah. I've got a lot of respect for you. You're great, and I love you. But I think this Westchester thing took a bit of a hit over the summer. And if in 12 months' time what I think does happen will happen, then we might have a few problems with this friendship. But I hope it's not too serious, though. And that brings me on to my next section, where I talk about Man City in a nutshell. City's transfer window saw some major departures. Riyad Mahrez, Cole Palmer and Aymeric Laporte all left the club. Palmer joined Chelsea and was a West Ham target for quite some time. He ends a long association with Manchester City and is from the Manchester area, so he's moving down south to continue his football there. Laporte and Mahrez have moved to the Middle East to play in Saudi Arabia. Carlos Borges was a big thing because we were set to sign him and then Ajax came in with the last minute and stole him off us and hijacked the move. And that caused a lot of rage amongst the West Ham fans. But to punish Ajax for doing that, we went and nicked 2 of their best players. We nicked their best defensive midfielder and we nicked one of their most versatile attackers. So, we got the last laugh. But I'm not here to talk about Ajax. I'm here to talk about Manchester City. I'll talk about who they did sign. They signed Kovacic from Chelsea for £25 million. According to Martin, who I go on Baz and Pete's channel with, he has been saying that Kovacic already is looking fantastic. Gvardiol is one of the best young centre-backs in the world right now. He's going to be classed for many years down the line. Doku looks quality. West Ham was in talks to sign him, but in the end, I think he wanted Man City instead, and that's fine. Matheus Nunes from Wolves for £53 million. This was a deadline day signing for them. And also, they wanted to try and sign Paquetá, especially when Kevin De Bruyne went down injured. De Bruyne's out for 4 months now with a serious lower body injury, so he's not going to be getting a lot of action this season, or not as much as the fans had hoped. So City tried to get Paquetá. Thankfully, well, not in a good way, but Paquetá was accused of gambling and, going down the bookies a little bit too much, and even getting mugged off by his own sponsor, the club's sponsor. So that was something, eh? But it meant that Paquetá couldn't be transferred to City, and we've got him for at least 1 more year. Happy days. This might be the highlight tape package that he can show City what he can offer. In my mind, anyway. But with the City team, it doesn't matter who goes down, because they'll always back it up. For example, I hear that Jack Grealish isn't playing. That's okay. They've got Foden, Alvarez and players like that who can play on the wing. There were doubts Haaland would play, but he seemed to be okay in the international break and looks set to travel down to London. Carl Walker's just signed a new contract extension with the "I'm not leaving" thing from the Wolf of Wall Street. Class announcement, by the way. So far, City has looked really good, and they've got the longevity there. By signing Gvardiol, they've got a centre-back who can last them maybe 6 or 7 years. Doku, they've got a winger option who can last them several years now. It's good structure for them to have. And I'm not saying that it's impossible to beat City, but we can get through them somehow, despite all of these amazing players and good signings that they have. Haaland, yeah, it's going to be Golden Boot winner again, isn't he? It's not even a competition kind of thing. Now Kane's gone to Germany, it's going to be him. So Haaland, definitely. Ruben Dias, I think, is fantastic centre-back. John Stones is fantastic as well. He actually has looked really good playing as defensive mid/centre-back cover. Silva, I really do like as well. I like Phil Foden. Think he's dynamic kind of player. Alvarez is good. I mean, what am I talking about? I fear the whole team. No other than Pablo Zabaleta. He signed from West Ham on a free transfer in 2017, ending a 9-year association with Manchester City. He's always been a class act on and off the pitch, and the way Zabaleta always represented and comported himself was a credit to the club. I remember Zabaleta's goal against Gillingham in the FA Cup. That was one highlight, but he was always showing a lot of respect to West Ham United. Zabaleta won 2 league titles with Man City. I suppose he's always going down in the Mancunian folklore in a way. But someone City fans loved and West Ham appreciated him too. I think he's now working in Spain as a pundit. You know what, actually? There was someone on Twitter, who was saying for his predictions, West Ham to win 2-1. I'm going to do the opposite and say City to win 2-1. And do you know why? Because I predicted us not to beat Brighton. We beat Brighton. So does it mean I have to turn against my own club for us to win? Yeah. Because it might mean that we win. So I'm going to have to say 2-1 City. Sorry, folks. I'm being realistic, but at the same time, I'm trying to jinx it positively.